Hello and happy Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Milagros and this is Wisdom Wednesday. If you haven't already, you can get on over to my website, www.mariamilagros.net, and you can sign up to get my free monthly newsletter. And this month's newsletter is all about time and priority management, reclaiming our time. And you can also learn more about my first book, Super Sparkly Everything, and how to purchase it. So today we are going to talk about time management. I've been getting a few requests to talk more about time management, and I've been sitting back for a little bit because I don't really focus so much on time management as I do on priority management. Now, I could talk about this for hours on end. There are literally thousands of books that are written on this topic. There are thousands of videos that you can find on time and priority management. And so I just want to give it to you in a quick little nutshell. Two things. One, make a list of the priorities in your life. Make a list of the priorities. What are the things and the people and the dreams and the goals that you say are important to you? Capture those. Write them down somewhere. If you don't have a journal, get yourself a journal. You don't have to make a journal entry every single day. There's no journal police that are going to show up at your house like, you didn't make an entry. No. Just get yourself a journal to start capturing these important things in your life and to start writing them down. When you think about your priorities and then you write them and then you see yourself writing them, you're creating multiple associations in your brain, which allows you to hold on to them for longer periods of time. And then you can always go back and look at that list and say, oh, right, these are my priorities. Don't just assume that you're going to remember them. We could have 4 things that we have to get from the supermarket. I'm not going to write it down. I'll remember. You go to the supermarket, you only remember 1 or 2 of them. Write it down. Stop. Just write it down. So get yourself a journal, write down a list of your priorities. And then the second thing that you should do, I don't know exactly where the source of this question comes from, but I know that some of the peak performers that I've read about and heard about, Earl Nightingale, Zig Ziglar, Mark Zuckerberg, Tony Robbins, they all ask themselves the same question. Is this the best use of my time right now? And you want to ask that in terms of that list of priorities that you already made. So for example, when my daughter was younger, I remember I was obsessed with keeping a spotless house. It was just the most important thing to me, and I do know why, because that's how I was raised. Nobody was showing up. It wasn't like people were just going to drop in and judge me because my house was a mess. And even if they did, who cares? Who cares? I'm a mother. But before, that was my mentality. People might show up and then they're going to judge me as a mother because my house is not spotless and there's a piece of cat hair on the floor. So my obsession became about the dishes and the laundry and picking up the toys and sweeping and cleaning. And I remember one time I'm standing at the sink and I'm washing dishes and my daughter was begging me to go and play with her. And I remember thinking, do you know how much I have to do around the house? And then I heard in my spirit, would you rather her grow up and say that you spent time with her, or would you rather her grow up and say that you kept a clean house? And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm not lining up the best use of my time with what I'm saying is my priority, which is my daughter. So I shut the sink off and I dried my hands and I went and played with her. And we've been doing that ever since. The dishes can wait. The laundry can wait. If you're saying that your children and the relationship with your children is a priority, why are you stressing out over cleaning the bathroom? It can wait. Or you can make it a game that the 2 of you, the 3 or the 4 of you can all do together. Put some music on, everybody goes in the bathroom, whoever gets it done first, gets to tickle everybody else or whatever. So there's always a way to get it done, but so long as it doesn't become your priority over what you say is your priority. Right? When we get better at being intentional about managing our priorities, the stress that comes from time management will start to decrease because we're making room in our lives for what's really important, for God, for ourselves, for our relationships, for our dreams, for our goals, and so on. And when we do that, and we do that from a place of love and gratitude, we find that we always have the energy to continue to do more of that. The dishes will get done. Those things will get done. So just make sure that you're lining up what you say is your priority with what you're actually using your time for, that those 2 things come together. And when you do that, that's living super sparkly everything. For real. So I hope that this helps. If you like this, please hit the thumbs up. If you have something to share, put it in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel so that you can get one of these every week and share. Yeah, share if you know somebody who could use some priority management nuggets. And again, this is what the newsletter is all about. So make sure you get over to my website and get that newsletter because it has a lot more nuggets and information. So that's it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week and a fantastic, a super sparkly weekend. Bye-bye.